Hello guys, so in this video we will be looking after the producer consumer problem. Okay, so we will be using two concepts. One is the wait and notify and another is the synchronization concept, right? So let's create one class. I will call it producer consumer example, and just let's create main function with it. Okay, so first of all, what is a producer consumer problem? Okay, so what it is, basically there will be two threads running parallelly. One will be keep on consuming the elements and one which is producing the elements, right? What do we mean by produce? So let's say there is a list, there is a queue of fixed size. The producer will keep on producing the elements to the queue and consumer will keep on consuming the elements from that queue, right? Now why this is a synchronization problem? Because suppose there will be a lot of things, right? So first of all, there has to be checks like when the producer produce, the queue should not be full, right? If the queue is full, then it has to wait while other consumers consumes the message. Same goes for consumers. Consumer cannot consume if there is no message to be consumed, right? So if consumer try to consume some message and if the queue is empty, then it has to wait while the producer produce the message, right? Plus the code which will be checking, whether the queue is empty or the adding the element to the queue or removing the element to the queue, these has to be synchronized, right? If multiple threads are trying to check this, so if this one thread is adding the element while one thread is checking what is the size, so this could lead to the race condition that at the same time both are checking it, right? So they needs to be synchronized, right? So let's start coding for this. So we'll create two classes. One is the producer class, or I should say thread. So let's do this. Implements runnable. It's implementing runnable, so it has to override the run method, right? Now first of all, what needs to be there, like I mentioned, there would be a queue, right? So let's create a list of, let's say the elements that are produced will be of integer. Let's call it the shared queue. Okay, and we import the list, right? And like I mentioned, there will be capacity because this queue is of fixed size, so let's call it capacity. This would be final, right? Now we initialize this in the constructor. This contains list of integer queue, integer capacity, right? We will mark it this dot capacity equals to capacity and this dot shared queue equals to queue. Okay, now what the run method will do? So basically what the producer thread will do, it's for infinite, it's just producing the message, right? So we'll create one function produce, and it will, okay, so it will produce integer. So let's create one counter. We could have also generate random numbers, but to keep it simple, let's keep a counter and initialize it with 0, and every time just increment it by 1, right? So this is the task of the producer. Now we'll just create the produce function, public private sorry, produce int value. Now like I mentioned, while producing this has to check if the size of the queue, which is the shared queue dot size, is greater or equal to capacity. If this is done, then it cannot produce more elements, right? So then it has to wait, right? Now this, okay, let's wrap it in try catch first. Now there is some issue with this code, but we will fix it later. Okay, now I am just trying to tell you what we are doing and just telling some concepts. Okay, so if this is the case, then it has to wait, right? Once the wait is over, other thread will notify it. What it will do, it just add the element to the shared queue, the value which is received, right? And assume there are some consumers which are waiting for elements to be produced, then they needs to be notified. So it will add notify all, right? And we'll just print keep produced and print the element, right? So this is our producer thread. Now there are some mistakes in the code which we'll fix later, right? We have not done any synchronization here. This wait and notify is also, there are some errors. but we'll fix it later, right? Now let's create the consumer thread. Again it will be a thread, so it will implement runnable. It will override the run function, so just implement it. Again it will have the shared queue, right? So we'll just create here, we'll create the constructor public consumer list of integer queue, and this dot shared queue equals to queue. There will be no use of capacity here because we'll just check whether the queue is empty or not, right? Again what we'll do is while true, just consume like the way we have created in producer, right? Now we'll just create the consume method. What it will do is needs to check whether the queue is empty. If shared queue is empty, then it has to wait, right? Again there is some error here, we will fix it later, right? We will just wrap it currently in try catch. Okay, once the wait is over, then what we'll do is just consume the element. So let's say while what consuming we mean is just remove the element from the beginning. And we just get the element to print it, right? And we just print consume this dot well, sorry, consume well, right? And like assuming the queue would be full here, so other producer threads might be waiting for elements to consume, right? So we have to notify other waiting threads, right? And we'll just create the main function. So what we need to do is just we need to first create a queue. So right, then we have to create the capacity. Let's say capacity is 5. We just create 2 threads. One would be producer, in producer we have to pass queue and capacity is capacity. So this is the producer thread. Then we have to create the consumer thread. So we will create consumer, right, and we have to pass queue. This will be consumer type. And we just start the threads, right? Okay, so the code is done. Now we'll see how we synchronize and all, right? So first of all, like I mentioned, key this is the critical section because it's checking whether it's empty or not, so it's removing. Then this code needs to be synchronized, right? Because multiple threads can access it, so it could lead to inconsistencies, right? So how do we synchronize this, right? Let's say we have seen synchronized methods, right? So assume we synchronized methods, same both produce and consume, right? It won't work. Let's try run it. As you can see, now it's stuck here. You know, it's nothing is happening, right? It won't happen because here the shared element is this list, right? So what it is doing, it's just synchronizing the producer thread or a consumer thread, right? So they both are running independently, they both are synchronized on different objects. So even if one is waiting, other cannot notify it, right? We'll just put some more element here, some more sys out here, so that it will be more clear, right? So this is the queue is empty, waiting for elements to be produced, right? And we will just add one here, queue is full, waiting for elements to be consumed. Okay, let's run it. So what is happening here, that queue is empty and waiting for elements to be produced. Then this log is came from the consumer threads, then it start producing. But when the queue is full and even though it's notifying it, the consumer thread is not waking up, because they both are synchronized on different threads, right? They both are different threads and they both are synchronized over different objects. One is over producer object, one is over consumer object, right? So this won't work, right? So we'll just stop it. Okay, so let's do one thing. Just put first of all one sleep here, so that we will be we will be able to see some logs, otherwise this will be pretty fast. And the same in the consume method. Okay, now what should we do? So obviously this won't work, right? Now we discussed कि the solution is here is synchronized block. We have to put this code in the synchronized block in some object which is shared between those two threads, right? The object which is shared is this object, right? And this is the shared object, right? So what we'll do, we'll create a synchronized block over shared queue and we'll just put this complete code here, right? One is this, right? And we'll do the same in the producer thread. We will create a synchronized block over the shared queue instance and we will just put the complete code here, right? And just indent the code. Now what is happening, the complete code is in synchronized block over this object. So now both threads are synchronized, but still there is some issue. The issue is this wait is currently calling on this consumer object, right? Because this is calling over this class, right? Same goes for notify all, but this has to be called over this object, right? Because this is the object which is shared, right? So I will do just this. And the shared. Just to tell you all, this notify and wait are the objects of the object, are the function of the object class and not the thread class, right? So any object, all of the objects will have this wait, notify and notify all. That's why shared key object, from the shared key object we are calling this wait and notify all, right? So now what is happening, the complete code is synchronized over this object which is shared between these two threads. So that's why these threads are synchronized. We have told shared all the threads which are synchronized over this shared key object to wait here, right? And sorry, we have told all the producer threads, the current thread which is accessing, to wait over the shared key object, and here we have tell the other threads which are waiting, which are the basically consumer threads, to wake up as soon as this producer thread is complete. Okay, and same goes here. This is the consumer, this is synchronized over the shared key object which is shared between all the producers and consumers. We have told consumer thread to wait over this shared key object, and here we have told other producer threads which are waiting to get awaken up, right, by calling notify all on the shared queue. Okay, if now we run it, this will work fine. So now the queue is full and elements start consuming. One more thing to note here is the order of this is unknown. I mean, you cannot predict that every time it would be same or it coming in this order or that order, because it totally depends on the scheduler, right? So you might see that they are coming same now. I have run it 2 times, but again if you run it on your machine, you will find the output is different, right? So let's do one thing, let's try to change this size and see whether the outputs changes or not. But it totally depends on what machine you are running, how the CPU is doing scheduling and all. So you cannot predict. Both threads are running in parallel. They have not done join or anything. So both threads are running in parallel. One thread is producing and one thread is consuming. Okay. Now this will keep on running because we have run infinite loop. Now one more thing, that we are doing this, checking this empty and adding and moving in the shared queue, but it's not necessary we do synchronization over this object only. The sense here is they both object have to be same, right? Because like we discussed earlier in the previous video, that both the threads needs to be synchronized over the same object, then only they would be multiple threads will be synchronized, otherwise the synchronization will not be work. So I mean, what we could have done is we could have created a custom demo object here and we pass it to both of the threads and we synchronize it over that object, then also it would work. It is not necessary that we have to synchronize over the shared object, but in real world this would be done. I mean, it doesn't make sense like that we create a demo object just for the sake of adding lock and all, right? So I'm assuming this would be clear, right? So here you see that consumer thread wakes up, it shows empty. Now the producer is running, right? And anytime consumer will start consuming, right? So now the consumer starts here and both threads are running in parallel, right? So that's it for this video. Thank you guys.